York is a city of many different types of people, from the homeless and impoverished to the hustling and bustling business professionals. It is also a city with many different types of attractions. New York City is what we would call the largest city in the United States. It also has a really diverse population with over 300 languages spoken. From Broadway to the Empire State Building, from Coney Island to Central Park, New York City has something for all tastes. If you are a first-time visitor, it may be difficult to decide what to do in New York. In today's video, we are going to cover best places to visit and things to do in New York. Without further ado, let's get into it. Number 1. Lady Liberty and Ellis Island. The Statue of Liberty is a famous landmark in America and was given to the country by France. Visitors can easily organize a tour of the monument through the National Park Service, or they can also visit Ellis Island via ferry from Battery Park. A good view of the Statue of Liberty can be seen by entering its museum and climbing atop its pedestal, which is open for visitors. A ferry ride over to Ellis Island is also a good way to learn about America's history. The museum is a work of art that was once the main processing center and hospital from 1892 to 1954. Number 2. Times Square. Times Square is the most vibrant part of New York. You'll find lots of lights, attractions and fun things to do there. Locals often refer to it as the crossroads of the world. If you visit New York, make sure you spend some time exploring Times Square. The pedestrian areas are full of people who enjoy the city's sounds and exciting smells. There are plenty of artists, performers, and tourists to be found here. They enjoy the city's echoes and tempting aromas coming from the food trucks lining the streets. If you have time for a quick pop-in, we recommend eating at Sardi's restaurant, or one of the many other great places, and taking in a show. Times Square is magical, especially during the night. Everywhere you look are bright lights and billboards, it's hard to look away. Number 3. Brooklyn Bridge. The Brooklyn Bridge is a major connecting point of two key boroughs. Spanning across the East River, it connects Brooklyn and Manhattan. The Brooklyn Bridge is one of the wonders of the world, being both one of the oldest suspension bridges in the world, and one of the earliest examples of steel wire suspension technology. The Brooklyn Bridge is a great place to walk through New York City if you want to experience the city's beauty at your own pace. It isn't challenging and doesn't require any money. The bridge showcases many landmarks and is perfect for travelers looking for an immersive sense of the area. Number 4. Summit 1 Vanderbilt Observation. The Summit at 1 Vanderbilt is a new observation deck in New York. The structure, which stands 1,400 feet tall, was completed in 2020. The observation deck welcomed its first visitors in October 2021. The journey to the top will be memorable, as you will ascend in a fully glazed elevator aptly named Ascent. From floors 57 and 58 you can enjoy the view of Midtown. From the summit, you can see the nearby Empire State Building, the Chrysler Building and even Central Park. Early morning and early afternoon are the best times to visit Summit 1 Vanderbilt. That's when you'll get the best views from the glass elevators and the levitation glass boxes that protrude from the building. Number 5. Metropolitan Museum of Art. The Metropolitan Museum of Art stands out among the many fascinating and historically significant museums in New York. It is the largest art museum in the United States and one of the world's most visited museums. Over 2 million works are in the permanent collection alone. Its halls are so packed with art and culture that you could spend an entire day there and not see it all. The museum houses extensive collections of musical instruments, costumes, and accessories, as well as antique weapons and armor from all over the world. The Met's galleries permanently house a large number of period rooms ranging from 1st century Rome to modern and contemporary art. Number 6. The Central Park. Although it appears on a map as a small patch of green within the grid of Manhattan streets, Central Park is a vast space with enough sights and activities to keep you busy for days, if not weeks. The park has a variety of attractions, including impressive architecture and peaceful gardens, as well as ice skating rinks. The stunning Bethesda Fountain can be found on Bethesda Terrace, and the Mall, an idyllic broad pathway, canopied by the arching limbs of centuries-old American elms, begin at the terrace. There are several peaceful places for tourists to relax, such as the formal Conservatory Garden, the Shakespeare Garden, and the famous Chess and Checkers House. If you are traveling with kids, the kids will enjoy the Central Park Zoo, which has sea lions, penguins as well as other animals. Younger children will enjoy riding on the historic carousel. The park, which has extensive green lawns and several ponds, can also be toured by horse-drawn carriage for the ultimate romantic sightseeing experience. Number 7. 9/11 Memorial. The events of September 11 impacted New York more than any other city in America in ways that are still felt today. Rather than dwelling on the tragedy of the event, the 9/11 Memorial reflects on our city's healing and growth in the aftermath. In a moving work of art called Reflecting Absence, 2 memorial pools stand in the footprint of the towers on either side of the museum. Moreover, as you walk around the memorial, you can't help but notice all the incredible new buildings that have been built to replace what was lost. One of these is the 9/11 Museum, which is a must-see if you have the time. Number 8. Coney Island. New York's most iconic destination for fun, Coney Island is a neighborhood which serves the city as a seaside resort. Its amusement areas contain 50 or more rides and attractions. It's not a centrally managed amusement park like Disneyland or Six Flags. Coney Island became a symbol of America in the early 20th century and was the largest amusement area in the country at the time, famous for its technological innovations such as electric lights and roller coasters, and this created new views on leisure and entertainment. If you have children with you, then this place is a perfect way of keeping them entertained by enjoying a fun day out. Visit Coney Island to escape the hustle and bustle of the city. Number 9. Empire State Building. The Empire State Building is one of the most famous skyscrapers in the world, located in Midtown Manhattan. It was completed in 1931 and stands over 1,400 feet tall. You can take the elevator to the 86th floor observation deck, where you will get stunning 360-degree views of New York City, as well as another observation deck on the 102nd floor. The Empire State Building is a world-famous architectural marvel, both inside and out. Featuring in over 250 TV shows and movies including King Kong, Independence Day and Sleepless in Seattle, to name a few. Don't miss the chance to explore this iconic building. So there you have it. If you enjoyed today's content, make sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our new videos. Until next time.